Welcome to Billy Cross. It is Wednesday. Normally it's a Scarlet Day. Her and I are trading because I'm off tomorrow. I've got to teach at art camp. We had a customer recently email and ask us for an oyster shape.
Oh,
And yeah, shucks. And so Tara designed this little shape right here. And it's not detailed. It's very simple. It is just a starting point. Because basically, if you're going to paint an oyster, you know what you're doing. Or it can just be, like this really could be anything, but this is our oyster shape. It's just a starting point. So I'm going to paint it today and show you a way that you could make it look more like an oyster. Yeah, lots of blues and grays.
Are you putting your distance in it?
Yes, I am. Some little pearl glaze. But oysters from oyster. I like oysters. Do you like oysters?
Hello. I was thinking about going to get some tonight.
Really? Do you like them fried or raw?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll eat it.
Oysters Rockefeller?
I like that too.
Oh, I like that.
Charred grills.
My dad always was eating, my biological dad was always eating oysters at the bar with hot sauce and lemon.
Yeah. Yeah, you should paint a little cocktail sauce on there.
A little drip. Little drip. So I'm just giving it a cotton base coat, and then we're going to come in with just different layers of colors. What's up? Our UPS man just entered. We're good. How are you?
Doing great.
We should have this is like, we're filming our live. This is like our Mr. Rogers neighborhood, and like you drop by and visit.
Nice. Yeah. Yep.
How's it going out there?
Yeah, it's warm, but
It's warm,
what
but
you gonna do?
I know.
Are y'all shipping anything back? I have 4 labels. Yeah, let me get that.
All right.
You getting that house?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I'm excited about it. It's right there on the bayou. 6828.
Yeah, I passed it yesterday. I was like, man, I wonder if they got that house. Hey, girl.
Well, I know the for sale sign's still in the yard, but all we're waiting on now is the closing. We've already done the agreement and everything, yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
He's gonna be my delivery driver at my new place too.
Yeah. Wait, who are you talking to?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Hey, come on.
That's what we were talking about the other day when you came in. We were like, we could totally make this like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, like where different characters drop by and visit Pee Wee's Playhouse. Yeah, we do a live every day at 11.
Got you. Put me on the payroll.
Yes, either me or Scarlett.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, super excited about moving.
When's closing day?
I was over there last night. We signed the agreement, and so it's just up to the title company. We're just gonna wait.
Yeah, 4 of them. Okay. Here's y'all's receipt for all this.
All right, so I put a base coat of cotton on there. I'm gonna go back over the top just a little bit and start to swipe some gray through it. I'm gonna use driftwood. It's my favorite gray. It's not too blue. It's not too light green, but it's just really. There's so much going on in the office today. I know you hear all that. We have lots of people, lots of kids, lots of traffic. Okay, so now I'm going to add in some driftwood around the outside edges where it would be darker. You can use these little guidelines that she drew on this shape to help with that.
That's a blueberry. I got it.
We got a new flavor here. We're on the live. You want to tell them about it?
We're working on a blueberry lemon tart.
Blueberry lemon tart?
Working on it. It's not perfected yet.
I smell it.
It needs to be popped like a sweet and salty batch with the blueberry.
I smell it. Okay, I'm going to swipe some darker, just thicker, darker lines through here. Nothing, everything uneven because it has, oysters have that very rocky, crispy shell. So just going to swipe some thick, darker lines just to give it that little bit of a ridge through there. I'm also going to use this. This is super thick. Hey, my water bottles are gone that I use
Water bottles?
to fill my.
Oh no.
I had water bottles here. I don't know. They're probably being used to make experiments.
No, that was right.
Just, I had 2 open bottles here where I keep water.
Just that bottle.
Yeah.
You can make that one work.
Okay. So now I'm going to use this.
Was that the wrong flower pot that I gave you?
We're recutting them.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give this inside lip just a little bit of dark. Now, this is Stormy Seas. This is where I'm going to start to create my inside of my shell, which is a pretty smooth, pearly look. So you can start to smooth out your swipes here. It gets lighter and lighter towards the middle. You really can't paint an oyster wrong. It's all in the interpretation of what you see. I'm going to give this oyster more of like a depth down into the middle. So the outer ring of it will be pretty light.
According to chefsresources.com, there are 5 different types of oysters.
Really?
Yes.
What are they?
The Pacific oyster, the Kumamoto, the Olympia oyster, the Eastern, or otherwise known as Atlantic oyster, and then the European flats are below. I don't know what we get here. I would assume it's specific. I don't know.
Do they all taste the same?
I'm reading up a little bit, but I want to try them all.
I want to try them all.
Yeah. One's good. 5 is better. Most of the oysters I get, they all look like they're the same. So, oh yeah, they look different. So.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. One of them looks kind of like an abalone type shell.
I'm just using this foam brush to fade it all in together, and it already has like remnants of the other paint colors on it, so it gives it a nice watercolory look, which is what I would think an oyster would look best painted in, would be watercolor. Give this upper ridge here some white. This is just to show you what you can do with this shape. If you're like, how do you get an oyster out of that? You really just ridge it with colors all the way into towards the middle, you know. I'm going to come back and do my outside again. A little bit darker. White in here. Darker colors show depth. Lighter colors show the height, I guess.
Christine wants to know if the oyster's on the site yet. Isn't it?
Tara, is the oyster on the site yet?
First I've seen it.
Is the oyster on the site yet? Yes.
I'm going to put a link to it. Yeah, it's available as a paint line. It starts at 8 inches. You can get an 8-inch one for only $3.95. The size that Sarah's painting here looks like an 18. You could just as well probably get this without the lines. If you got this without the lines at 18 inches, it costs you a little over $12.
And the lines are just a suggestion. I'm not even really going by the lines. My computer keeps dropping. Okay. I mean, I'm using very little. I might add just a little bitty bit of watered down gold for sea glass in here just to create. And I say watered down, like I'm gonna put it on my palette over here and dip my brush in water and just smear it out a little bit. And I'm gonna use it on this inside here, just a tiny bit. And a little bit in here. Super watered down again. Just giving it a little bit of a color glow throughout there. Also feel like I need a slightly darker area around my outside ridge, and I'm going to do that with I don't know, Isabella blue and a little caviar.
You know, one of those.
Okay. Let's see here. This antebellum blue, water it down just a little bit.
Do we have any other big shell shapes?
We
do have
do.
a few. Yeah.
We have that clam with the pearl. We have the souvenir seashell, which I love. Probably because I came overnight.
We've got some clam shapes and whatnot. It'd be a good thing to look at some more realistic ones too. One thing we don't have is how do you say the conch?
Conch. Well, our
that's what the souvenir.
That's what the souvenir is. Yeah, it's a conch. Just a little bit of gray in here. So I'm really just creating ripples and ridges here just to show the outside edges of our clam. I mean, oyster. And for the finale, well, no, because the finale will be the pearlescent. But I'm going to take a tiny bit of black here, use a pointy brush, use the caviar, and I'm just going to lightly outline some of my ridges here. Just a little bit. I love it. You love it? I'm going to add a little bit of gold and pearlescent to it at the very end. I do love it. This is a shape that Tara designed for just a starting place to make an oyster. I think that adding that black gives you a lot of definition for where the shell starts and stops. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, lastly, we're going to do some gold mousse. I'm just streaking a little bit of gold mousse through here. This would be really pretty, I think, like sitting on a bookcase, just for decor. Not necessarily a door hanger, but a decoration on a shelf, a bookshelf, bookcase. A lot of our shapes I wouldn't necessarily use for door hangers, but I would use them for decor, like this. bit of gold here in the interior. Love it. I think when it's dry, I'll paint this glaze on it. This pearlescent glaze. Just as a finish. I don't know, I might can swipe it over a little bit. Like where the white is. To give it a little bit of a shine.
What is this called? This is a pearlescent glaze?
This is a pearlescent glaze. I'm just swiping it over the white.
Just a transparent.
Yeah, yeah. But it gives like a pearly look. And I smeared the black right there.
Oh, well. Making the glaze.
Oh well. That's okay.
Betty says she loves using the pearlescent glaze. We do have it available on our website. I'll get into that too.
Technically, I would wait until it was really dry and just coat the whole thing. But I'm moving through here fast.
Give the link to our glaze section. Dixie Belle pearlescent is the most popular first one listed there.
Okay, so here's my oyster.
Wow. All shucks.
We're going to give one of these away today?
I guess we can. We can attempt to do this on their own. Let's see. Christine Roy Moe.
Our winner today. You get an 18-inch oyster. I keep trying to say clam. Email us at support@build-a-cross.com for sending us your shipping address, and we'll get your oyster out to you. Thanks so much. Carl, it'll be here tomorrow.